What is going on, guys? My name is Briley Taylor. I am the owner and operator of 6 Feet Under Fab here in Kinston, North Carolina, and we are doing another episode of the Off-Road Obits. I haven't done one of these in a while, pretty much just because I've been super busy with projects and Patrick's Jeep. But tonight I have a very special guest. This is who I've been pretty much calling the shopkeep here lately. His name's Patrick Quinn. The first time I remember seeing Patrick, we actually went to high school together. I just remember he drove this monster, what was it, Z71 with like
89, yeah.
Like a 89. Like an 89.
The short bed Z71.
Yeah, it had like what, 39 and a half inch IROCs on it.
Yeah, I think it had like a six inch Rancho lift on it.
Yeah.
And a 3-inch body lift, something like that.
That's awesome.
Then I had that 84 Ford Ranger.
The Ranger.
Yeah,
the
with
Ranger.
33 TSLs on it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. But now you're into Jeeps, so we'll get into that. you were into Jeeps, and then the Jeeps kind of got out of it. But anyway.
Foot too heavy.
Yeah. We never even got to like wheel
it,
test it out. Like
played with it at fairground and drove it to church, and that was about it. So,
that is pretty bad.
Too much money for not too long of a good time.
Well, I always say suspension over everything.
Yeah.
And I guess we're kind of eating those words right now. But tell them what happened, man. You got one XJ, and then you got another one. So how did that start?
Well, way back, I had a green 2-door XJ, and somehow I had to get rid of it. And I always wanted another one. Somehow I come into a gray one, another gray one, but 4-door. It's a little bit newer, but just as ragged. But I thought it was gonna be cool getting all kinds of rough country lift kits and stuff like that until I got it. And then I got it, it didn't. Buying good suspension pays off, even though you don't put a lot into your motor.
Yeah.
But anyway, I started out with the gray Cherokee. I put all the stuff on it like I wanted, and got you to help me with small things, and I got it right. Then I didn't want it no more because the older Cherokee, I wanted a newer body style on the inside. So I kind of sold it and took everything from the Cherokee. I profited off that and put it straight to the suspension. So probably $8,000 to $10,000 later, basically.
It happens.
Yeah.
That Jeep sat a while.
Yeah, it sat a while.
So and make sure I'm saying this right. So that Jeep sat a while.
It sat a while.
But it was a nicer Jeep.
It was a nicer Jeep. It had some rust, but I only did it because the motor ran really good. So I was like, it's worth fixing.
Yeah.
If I had to go back and do it now, I probably would have just waited and bought a Comanche with less rust, but because now the motor shot is knocking, and we fixed so much rust in the meantime to get it there. But
so if you haven't watched, me and Patrick built a Cherokee in what, 3 weeks? It was probably 4 weeks.
Yeah, but there's a lot of planning to get there, didn't you?
Yeah. There was months of parts because you bought the Cab Fab kit, and that took how long to come in?
Like every bit of 2 months to come in.
That's nuts. There was a lot of homework done before this Cherokee, and you can see all this build on my YouTube channel.
I did a lot of homework on the suspensions. I know I aggravated the crap out of you about, man, what about this, what about that? But I finally kind of did my own thing and was like, this is the one I'm gonna order. Because between BK Fab or Cab Fab, I'm honestly glad I went with Cab Fab because it's like the better suspension out of everything I've seen here lately. Yeah. And it's good suspension and good shocks. It's worth every bit of blowed up motors and.
Absolutely. Yes.
I can fix the motor, but you ain't gonna go back you ain't gonna rough country to Cab Fab. There's a big gap,
Yeah. It's just the quality of cab fab. I mean, you could literally launch your Jeep off like a 4-foot like loading dock.
Yeah.
And like that's what it's built for. That's what that cab fab like Alpha 3-link. That's what it's made to do. It's like look at that dude. What is Duramax Parker's?
Oh yeah,
I'll see if put a clip up. Got the Jeep here. We had all the parts, and so we were trying to fix this XJ up before the Jeep event. So we were like scrambling, and then I was trying to record everything in the meantime, which slows down progress by a lot. I mean, so you've never done like anything with YouTube videos or editing. What would you say, like when I first told you like, hey, yeah, we'll put it on the YouTube channel, were you like kind of like
I was like, hell yeah, but it was like, I mean, I think I say that. I can say that, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
But I was like, I like that, but I was scared to be in the camera. Like every time you start talking, you know, I kind of got out the way. But YouTube and just doing parts, working on it is hard because you do it 10 times getting it right just for the camera. You lining it up so you both slide in just right and stuff like that. That's what everybody don't see. You know, that's why a lot of people like, it takes this much to do this. Why does it cost this much? Because it's a lot of work, and it really is a lot of work getting it right, you know.
And then you've seen this firsthand, and I know a lot of people probably watching have seen this too. You know, if you take a bunch of aftermarket parts and you throw them at one vehicle, they're all not going to get along very well. Some of them will, you know. But a lot of them, it's like, man, you know, I've got to modify this to fit this, and then after I do that, I got to do this, and then you've got to make it all look. You know, I try to make my videos realistic. You know, and like if I do a encounter an issue, you know, I try to record it because if I have an issue, you know, somebody watching may have the same issue. But you know, some of the stuff is like dumb stuff that I do. Like you agreed a little too quick to that. But we'll move past it.
Yeah, most time. If you're trying to figure something out, I'm trying to figure out. You'll get it before I get it, or I'll get it before you get it. We figure it out together, and we get it right, dude.
Yeah, I mean, because you know, I feel like we know our way around a Jeep, and then there's still, you know, the redneck in us that's like, let's hit it with like a torch or something. But
I'm more demolition. You know?
Yeah. You're pretty good at demolition. I mean, that's what you do is work. Is you know.
See, I knew a lot about. I need your help a lot with like getting it lined up just right, like the angles of it, you know, getting the angle of the dangle. You know?
Angle of the dangle.
That's the main thing, because you don't want it cattywalk going down the road. You want it dog legging going down the road.
I mean, because you could take and this isn't like a bash at like cab fab, but you could take like the nicest cab fab kit, and then have somebody not knowing what they're doing installing it. And then what do you have?
It'd be bad.
I mean,
like it'd be off centered. Like you won't never get your degrees right. It's
like the Comanche, that Comanche that we just fixed. So there was a video. It's probably next or last week for this, but you know that Comanche, that suspension was not correct at all, and so it was just in a bind, just sitting at ride height because those arms were like all twisted and everything, and it broke. And it broke at the Jeep event.
Like you were saying, somebody threw a lot of aftermarket parts and it didn't blend well, and they kind of rigged it up. And when we got it, nothing. Each night we spent hours on it, and it still didn't line up right, or had to customize this or fix that.
And that was actually a lot. I mean, that was a couple of nights we didn't even record. We just custom fabbed and welded and grinded and test fitted so that we could, you know, put it on YouTube. Because I mean, people really don't want to watch, you know, us like trial and error. But it's scary that he was driving that. Like that is honestly like terrifying.
Yeah, it was worse than the square body.
The square body's pretty bad. Yeah. Tell us about your square body. You currently have one.
Came across a square body. I always wanted. My dad used to have one when I was growing up. That's really how I got in four-wheel drives. My dad. He had a Bronco. He used to take the top off of it.
Oh,
then
that's cool.
He had a long bed square body, like 38 TSLs on it. It was like
back in the day.
Back in the day, I remember he had like the KC light bar and the roll bar in the back. It was like the old school stuff. Like it was two-tone. It was red on top and bottom had silver, big old silver thing going on the side of it.
So we would have been like best friends with your dad back in the day.
Yeah, like he had like the mullet. I remember he had like an El Camino too, a black El Camino. I mean, that's where I got into four-wheel drive stuff, really, from him. Because he's had it all. And then he went from that to that Burgundy Z71 he used to drive in high school. But he showed me, if it wasn't for my dad showing me all this stuff, I mean, he showed me how to wrench. He showed me a bunch of stuff. And you pick up stuff along the way, but your dad and good friends like help you get into it or help you wrench and stuff like that. But
that makes all the difference in the world, man.
But my square body, that's why I got it, because I got my dad. I was trying to copy my dad. It's got a rigged up lift on it. It's like double block. Going down the road to keep it straight. I'm used to it now, but he kind of go like a shrimp up cat. You gotta steer back and forth to keep it straight, And you hit a bump, it bounces to the next bump. It don't stop bouncing a little bit. Shocks or factory shocks stretch out. But that's the next project we're doing.
Yeah.
And it won't take much to be great, but we're gonna make square bodies great again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then we're gonna put some retro decals on it. I mean, it's a cool square body. I'll try to put a picture up, somewhere right here so people can see it.
We need to do that before and after.
Yeah.
6 feet under.
Yeah. See, I think I like full size rigs.
Yeah.
Like I like vehicles that are on trails that should not be on trails. I don't know, that like Cherokees and Samurais and stuff, they're cool. They can go anywhere. You get like a trail wheel and you get it up a mountain, that's impressive.
Like we talked before, me and you both agree on the full interior. Full interior rigs going like roll cage here and there, but a full interior like a Cherokee, a Comanche, a Cherokee Chief, square body, just Toyota, anything full interior, just out there, a little bit of rust here and there, just riding. That's great to me. When a buggy comes on TV, all two buggy, it's time to go.
I mean, I think I've said this on here before. Like, there's a time and a place for like rock bouncers and buggies and tube frames, but like, I don't know, man. There's something about like okay, so if there was like an incline like right here and there was a buggy going up this side and then there was like full size Wagoneer on like 37s beadlocks, it's like beat up I'd watch that. I'd watch the full size Jeep go up all day long. I wouldn't even pay attention to the rock buggy.
I'd rather play on a little ledge with a stock Cherokee and watch a buggy do its thing, because that's it. I mean, it's kind of not cheating because you build your ride to whatever you build it to, but it's like it takes the fun out of it. You have a little struggle to it.
Yeah, I think it's just more tasteful for full-bodied rigs. Now, there are some buggies out there that they put like full body panels on. See, I like that. I don't want to see like a dude's like blue jeans while he's like going up. Like,
I like seeing a Toyota, like an old 80-something Toyota or Comanche or a J10 square body with like almost like a welding rig and toolboxes on the back. Like flatbed with all that stuff on the back. Still full interior though. That's
like when he's bouncing, like rust is sprinkling.
That's I like that.
I'm with you 100% on that. I mean, it's just interesting. Like I don't know. I'm just drawn to that. Here recently, man, like there's not a lot of new vehicles that are impressing me.
No.
Old is where it's at. I like old, heavy, rusty. That's my thing.
I like to picture myself in my square body listening to Molly Hatchet, Flirt with Disaster. He's like flexing.
I'm hammered drunk with a tuxedo T-shirt on at a Leonard Skinner concert.
Front row.
But I'm with you on that. Like, I think we were born in the wrong generation.
Yeah, sometimes stuff pops up on my Facebook like at the beach or everybody's in mud holes hanging out, mullets.
It's like there's like a Facebook page. It's like vintage 4x4 pictures or something. Like, man, like
it's really.
I should have been there.
Yeah, I share it, and I don't think a lot of people care to see that stuff. I really look at that, and that's why all our stuff rusted out now. So we get all the rusted stuff because they're halfway in the beach. And
all those pictures. All those pictures of those like.
They got old school Budweiser cans and mullets and cut off shorts. just having good old time.
They're smoking like 3 cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like where are those guys at now?
Yeah.
That's nuts. I don't know. Like, where are those trucks at now?
They're our dads. They're our dads.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, my dad had it was probably like a 2001 F-150. It was like and he used to let me drive it. And I remember I was in 6th grade, and we used to go through the mud holes in the fields and stuff.
Yeah.
And man, that's what we go. He'd take me to like Taco Bell, and we get like tacos, and we watch like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and like Home Improvement. And then if the fields were muddy, we'd go like wheeling in the fields. And dude, that was like, you couldn't tell me nothing back then, man.
Yeah, see, so when you get out of school on Friday, you hang out with Jazz and stuff like that. But on Saturday mornings, you watching this also like the 4-wheel drive dude. It's got the old school hair in there.
He's got like that Lego brick haircut.
And my dad would always get these off-road magazines. I always look through at the tires. It always had TSLs, groundhogs, like bombers, stuff like that.
It's like it'd be like brand new set of TSLs,
Mud King,
$300.
Yeah. Just be like American Racing or you know, Mickey Thompson wheels, 15 by 10s back then, you know, and that was in the magazine right there, and you had to call the 4-wheel drive magazine to order that, you know.
Yeah.
That was where it's at.
Yeah, and those Saturday morning like videos, like, hey guys, like today we're gonna be putting on a set of power stop brakes.
Yeah. See,
like, man, that was awesome.
I was probably like 15, and I had a 125 Breeze, and I got my Ranger for $500. It was supposed to be payments to my granddad, but I think my mom made like $150 payment. He said, "You can have it. You know, it's old. It's an '84 Ford Ranger." And I was looking through the magazines and stuff like that, lift kits. Rough Country had just came out. Like, I feel like it just come out. I ain't never heard of it before. He had Rancho and stuff like that. It was too expensive for me. My dad's like, "You gonna have to work and make that money." But I was working with my granddad, like leveling yards and stuff, and it took so long to make some money. I said, "Dad, let's sell this 4-wheeler." We sold the 4-wheeler, bought a lift kit for it. It was like a 4-inch lift kit and a 3-inch body lift. And Fred at Demon Off-Road put it on.
Yeah.
And that was the greatest time of my life. And I got a bargain trader, and I got me some 33 BFG all-terrains, halfway wore out, and I got me some wheels off. The cheapest steel wheels I can get, them black with the polished lip. Yeah. I had that thing. I thought I was doing something.
That Ranger, I remember that Ranger in high school. It was sick.
Then I got TSLs. I got them from a guy in high school at like $300 for all 4. I couldn't even.
Where are those deals at now?
I couldn't even put in 5th gear. Tires had steel wheels. I didn't keep them in 4th gear because it would not pull it. Like going down the road, it would slow down. I had to put it in 4. Speed it back up and throw it in the field. That was. Them were the times.
Now I remember Fred, you mentioned Fred. He was the one that pretty much taught me like everything.
Yeah.
Fred at Demon Off-Road, but now he's got like his own like Eastern Ag business.
He works a lot of John Deere stuff. And stuff like that.
Dude, that takes a special person.
Yeah, and anytime you're like, "Hey man, you got this or something," if he's got it or can help you, he's right there to help you every time. He's a good dude. Yeah,
Fred, I mean, he was like my like Jedi master.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's kind of like I'm the Padawan now.
Yeah. No, Fred's a good dude. Yeah. He put the lift on I remember that. You remember that blue Tacoma I had?
Yeah, I remember that.
He put that 6-inch FabTech on that.
Yeah.
And I had a 6-inch FabTech and like 36-inch IROCs.
Yeah, I remember that.
On like Mickey Thompson's.
Yeah.
A Wilson antenna on top.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. High school days.
High school days. Yeah. I had a square body Ranger in high school. I had to sit there and wait for everybody to leave. I had to let it warm up because the automatic chuck was broke on it. So if even you try to drive it, and it would cut right off. So you gotta sit there and warm it up. You gotta sit there and talk with people, like let it warm up. So I got me a stick. It was I could wedge it just enough where it give enough idle so to sit there and warm up. I could talk to people. When it's time to go, I'd pop right out and
like, what's that guy doing? Oh, he's just hanging out.
Yeah, I had to let his truck warm. His carburetor.
It's like what's that movie? Like Dazed and Confused. Like just like propped up against it.
Yeah. It had AC though. It had an AC though. My dad had rigged a toggle switch up to my AC. You couldn't leave it running all the time because AC's got to cut on and off. Yeah. So every once in a while you got to flip that thing down, let it defrost. It still blow a little, then pop it back on. keep
Dude,
on
that's
going.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know my Comanche's got AC?
That's pretty good.
It's got cruise control and AC.
My Cherokee had AC.
R.I.P. So what's the deal? So I don't know if we ever circle back to it. So, we built that Cherokee like in a huge time crunch, and then you said the motor started knocking.
Yeah. So we spent so much time working on a little time frame. So a lot of money, a lot of saving money, but a lot of this money comes from selling the other Jeep. So I really and a lot of other money, but I spent so much money on this. A lot of work between him showing me this and me helping him and him helping me. A lot of work went into it, and all of a sudden, this past weekend, me and my old lady was leaving church. I went to my mom's house and I started knocking. I was like, oh man.
Oh man. That was not the Holy Spirit knocking either.
Nah, and I changed oil in it. It's got a little bit of metal shavings, but I put some Rotella 10 1540 in it and a little bit of Lucas. I hope it'll ride. It'll ride a little bit.
Did you check the oil filter?
No, I didn't know.
Because I had a Cherokee one time that did that, and somebody told me, I think it was Fred, told me to check the oil filter.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was just chunks of metal.
It ain't super chunks. It's like fine flakes. It looks almost like a break-in motor, but as you can tell,
just say it's break-in, and just keep driving it.
It's got like 300,000. It's like 250,000.
Yeah, it's just broke in.
But if I knew the motor was gonna go out and the rust, I wouldn't have messed with it. I would have kept all these parts I threw at it and got a Comanche like I wanted, and did the full, like, I think 97 to 2001, the interior. I would have got all that newer interior and threw it in that and made it like a new body style. Did new body style up front on the front fenders, the interior, the power windows,
the doors, everything,
power windows. I would have had a little triangle door. I would have made a full glass door. I would have done that if I knew what I knew. You learn free. I didn't want a mistake because of the learning process.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, in all honesty, man, that motor sounded like flawless.
Yeah, that's why I wanted.
Like that was like the best sounding 4.0 motor I've ever heard. And
Well,
the Jeep had a lot of miles on it, but I mean, I've seen some 4.0s go to like 500,000 miles.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true,
but then again, I've seen some of them blow up at like 180.
I hope we can swap it out and take one of the motors you got and throw it in and runs fine, and then take mine, get it rebuilt.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be strong,
Yeah. Because I mean,
next thing to go, transmission.
Yeah. And that's nothing but a thing.
Nah, I'll get that rebuilt too.
Yeah.
I may can just take the transmission out and get it rebuilt at
the same time.
Yeah.
Get it all rebuilt, and then you got you got papers on your motor and your transmission.
Yeah. Then my suspension is good.
Because that transfer case I rebuilt.
Yeah.
So it's ready to ride.
Yeah. So then all I need is tons of 40s.
Yeah.
Tons of 40s.
Yeah. Tons of fun.
A lot of people want to do the Jeeping thing until they get into the Jeeping thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a lot of work for throwing the right suspension on it. Make sure you get the right suspension. Don't just go get the cheapest eBay, Amazon stuff you can get. The 1-ton steering, get the good steering.
Yeah.
Because we take it from experience. Like we worked on people's stuff, so you can tell it's got eBay parts on it. It tells on yourself a while. Then it'd be right back here or another shop, But get good parts. That's the main thing. Good parts.
I mean, it's an investment.
Yeah.
And I know you've heard me say that a million times, but it really is, man.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you could take all that cab fab stuff off and put on a Comanche.
The only thing I can't take off is the cab fab, the rear spring, the adjusters. I mean, I can take it off.
We'd probably start another shop fire again.
Yeah.
That was my bad. In my defense, I had a good action shot of you plasma cutting, and yes, there was some flames.
That's good TV.
See, I did it for the tube.
The tube.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
But that's something you've never done. Neither them hangers.
I've never cut those out.
That's a learning experience, and they're worth getting if you ever.
Yeah.
They're worth getting. And I'd probably try to cut them back off.
Yeah, we would
definitely. If I got a Comanche though, it wouldn't work. The next step is a Comanche. I wouldn't buy another Cherokee unless I'm fixing this Cherokee.
Yeah.
Because all the rust is near about fixed, but little spots here and there, and it's ready to go. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. What was nuts to me is we put those Cav leaf spring hangers on.
Yeah.
And we put it down on its own weight, and we were like, let's move the wheelbase back, an inch. Yeah. And so we just took 2 bolts out, and then just moved.
Yeah.
It was nuts because there's so many options on that on that bracket that is like unreal.
Yeah, and it gives you that rear shackle that.
Yeah. So you can get the degree that you want.
Because when we first done it, it was like backwards, and it was like nose diving with an 8-inch lift 8.5-inch lift in the front, and whatever the springs were in there, it was just bad angle, and it wouldn't do the correct like flex.
Yeah, it was the suspension was bouncing on the shackle. Yeah, like it wasn't like returning.
And them brackets, they're just worth the money because I mean I can't move my axle back no more because the gas tank's there, but it's a really good investment to buy that.
But I mean, so like if you did want to, we could probably move that axle back probably another like 3 inches.
Probably, yeah. It'll go back.
I mean, because I think we're centered on it right now.
We're almost in the front, like near about. We're centered.
Oh yeah.
We're centered.
I don't remember.
we're centered in the front, but it's so much more. There's 3 or 4 inches, and then this one's about in the front, so we can move it back a lot.
Yeah.
Just get a different drive shaft.
Yeah,
I got a decent drive shaft now, but if I move it back,
Yeah, you'd be running the risk of it getting pulled out and all that mess. Or not pulled out, but pulled apart. Because it's got the slip yoke eliminator on it.
Yeah, I definitely go get me a new drive shaft, but
yeah.
Now, until I get some different axles, I'm just going to leave it like it is.
Yeah, I would.
Because that 8 1/4 with that locker in it climbs all the way up. It don't have no problems. It'll keep going.
Just needs a motor.
Yeah.
God, that's frustrating, man. Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, motors. They're designed to fail.
Yeah.
That's just
man-made, man. It's gonna fail.
Yeah.
But I guess it was fun. It was a lot of cussing, a lot of chilly water, and there's a lot of
stressed out nights.
It's stressed out nights thinking you're never gonna get it right, and all of a sudden it comes together like, and it's a good feeling and a bad feeling getting there, but the process is worth it,
Yeah.
What's it called? The fruit's worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
The juice is worth the squeeze. Yeah. There was a lot of nights. I'd go in the house and it'd be like 12:45, and I'd just be covered in like soot from like the grinder and stuff like that. It was a long.
But between, I don't know when I brought it here. It was. I don't know. It's been a couple months now, but from then to now, I've learned. Like you showed me, like for real, like everything. Like you showed me a lot of stuff.
Because we did everything. Yeah. Like we did a lot.
Yeah, between my Cherokee, working on my Cherokee, working on other customer stuff, and just we got it. Well, you showed me, and we got it going on now. Like.
Yeah.
By the time I know what tool you're looking for. Like I already got it to you, or and the same thing with you. If I'm looking for something, you bring it right to me. You already know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Or something like we know how it takes 2. It really takes 2 to do this. Sometimes 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3, but it really takes 2 people with them axles and transfer cases and stuff like that. It takes 2, and it works out when I know where our tools are now. I reset my tool or your tools. Yeah. I go right back to them and know how to get back to it.
And another thing, you're like the only person that has ever like cleaned up my shop.
Yeah.
Like that just blows my mind.
Yeah, and I know where to put it. That's where the tools is the main thing. That's how you get stuff done too.
Yeah, because I'm the world's worst about not putting my tools back, and then like I'm just like crap, This is like I'm wasting time. Like I feel like I'm wasting time cleaning up. Like I could be working on something. I don't want to clean my shop. I want to work on something. And And then it comes to the point where I'm not working on something because I'm looking for something.
Yeah.
And then I get ill.
That's why I want to put everything back. After each build or halfway through a build, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Before I get here earlier, before you come out here, go ahead and clean everything up. And just reset everything.
Yeah, like a good reset while you're working on something means like the world of a difference.
Stop, get your tools up, put everything back, and clean the dirt, dirt, the clay, all the. If y'all bring y'all stuff to him or us, me helping him, wash it. Wash it. Wash it.
Wash your shower shirts.
Yeah. Clean out. Don't be scared to spend about $3 at the car wash. Get in there and clean it out. After you go wheeling, it's a good thing to go because I seen some rust. It's a good thing to blow it out. Get in there and clean it up.
Yeah. Because, man, that gets, like, exhausting. Yeah. Because every time you turn a bolt, you just get showered with, like sand and dirt and mud.
Yep. I'm over here tapping on something, and it's like, it's falling.
Like, I'll get in the shower after, and I wash, like, after the Comanche, I would wash my hair, and it would just be orange.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like a Oompa Loompa.
It's good. It's good to work on stuff. Like, it clears my mind. Like,
oh, dude.
You spend all day working and like, God, dog. We might come out here a little later at night time when all the kids are sleeping and stuff like that. But it clears my mind working on stuff. Like, it's a good night working. My old lady said, "What you doing all late at night?" Working on a ragged Jeep.
Yeah.
It's somebody's Jeep need fixing.
It's therapeutic, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, it helps me sleep. Like, when I lay down in bed, I have to sit there and just, like pound in my head the things that I got accomplished that day. Yeah. And, like, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah. It's weird. Like, I feel like if I'm not accomplishing something, then I'm, like, being useless. Like, I don't know why. Yeah,
I noticed, like, I ain't really, like, hung out with you a long time, but I've known you for a long time, but we ain't hung out and stuff, working on stuff. But the little bit I've known you, like, you do a lot of helping other people too. Like, you help a lot of people. Like, you try to give them advice, you help them work on their stuff. I mean, you cut breaks and stuff for people. You cut me a break helping me because you didn't have to help me. Other people, I've noticed, like, other people you didn't have to help, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what makes the world go around, man. Yeah. I mean, and how often was I on the phone talking with people about stuff? Yeah. I mean, I probably talk about Jeep stuff like throughout the day. Yeah. Just as much as I talk about like the funeral home.
I know I call you. I know, when you ain't got funerals, I know I call you 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, man, you see this on Marketplace?
Yeah.
You gotta get this. You need to get that.
Dude, check out your messenger.
Yeah. If anybody has a Suzuki Samurai,
yes.
No motor, don't need no motor, don't need no tires. We need some tires to roll it here.
Yeah, we need to get it on the trailer.
We need to be able to get it on the trailer. We just need a good, decent
Samurai body.
Yeah, Samurai body. If anybody's got it, North Carolina, hit him up.
Yeah,
we need one.
Yeah, we're looking at Samurai body.
We got a big project coming.
Yeah, a dumb project.
It's gonna be right there. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be rowdy, very, very rowdy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. Speaking of, so you got a new side by side.
I got a new side by side.
You got a new Razor. What'd you get? It was my old one. What is it?
It's a 1000S, but it's already in the works. And great things.
Dude, side by sides are kind of fun.
They are now. I mean, it's pretty fun. Like side by sides are pretty fun.
But now, kind of stepping back, I feel like side by sides, they're kind of cheat codes too.
Yeah. Far as, like, if I'm riding on the trail, like, around here or something like that, of course, I want to have my side by side because I can ride the power lines.
You can ride fast.
Yeah, I can ride faster. I'd rather have that than a 4-wheeler as far as riding trails and stuff like that. On them cold nights, I got that windshield. I mean,
you got a cup holder.
My buddy, he's shoveling. His girls behind him shaking. They're cold. And me and my girlfriend, we in here we're warm. The wind blowing past us. I mean, but as far as crawling, I mean, I feel like a session of that be okay sometimes. But that ain't my crawling bug. I'd rather see a full size truck, or not. You know what I mean, like square body, JTN, Cherokee, Comanche. Toyota.
Now, I will say I've seen I've been impressed a few times at Uwari and like Windrock and stuff like that of like side by sides, like you dudes are going up that like.
Yeah, but when you actually get in a side by side and ride, like somebody says, "Oh, I did this, I did that," on side. That's okay, but can you do it in a Cherokee?
Yeah, can you do that in an XJ and call me back.
Cherokee.
Yeah. So now I'm impressed.
Yeah, lock in 4 and see how much go you got.
Yeah, golly. But it's amazing to me that you can just go and buy like a side by side and then do like everything. But then like, how much work do we put into your Cherokee to make it do?
So much. I did a lot of cold. It was cold night. It was cold.
Yeah.
So cold. There's one clip where he's in there talking on the camera, and I'm in the background trying to get the heater working. Click, 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 click. It wouldn't work.
It was seriously like 38 degrees in here.
Freeze. I'm gonna click, click, click. You're in the back. Hear me in the background just clicking that heater.
Yeah, because I'm like, what's going on, guys? Tonight we're gonna be working on this Cherokee, and it's like,
click, 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 click. Yeah, that's.
His hands are like shaking.
Yeah, it's cold. And then when we turn off the camera, we turn the big heater on until I'm here again.
Oh yeah, because we can't record with like the
blower.
The blower.
Yeah, it's too loud.
So like we were like freezing ourselves just for content.
Yeah.
Like that's how dedicated we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that YouTube is at first I'm like trying to hide from it, and after that, it is what it is.
It is, yeah.
Show me off. Here I am. I am.
I feel like people appreciate the realism. I have like drama and like bull crap. I mean, it's like
it really don't go together the first time like we make it seem like it does. Though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of editing.
I like it now. I'm like it. I'm glad you got me around for the shop keep.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah. It's fun learning.
I'm gonna make you do my editing next. Like that's gonna be your job. That's what sucks, man. It's like filming all this. Like
it's a lot
even this video, like I'm gonna have to go in and like edit like like pauses like that.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to go in and like edit stuff. But it really sucks that, you know, if you do something like spectacular, you know, on camera, like, all right, you know, we finally got this to fit.
Yeah.
And then I go back and look at it on my computer and it's blurry. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
What's fun is, like, we do it a few times and then like, all right, we're going to record it. We're going to record it and it's going to go right in. But then you start recording, it don't, somehow it gets off or something. It won't go.
We'll do something flawless. I'm like, oh, wait. Let me get my camera. And then it will not, like, I don't know what it is, man.
I'm over there like, I mean, we get it though. We get it. It's just, everything get done 10 times faster if it won't for the recording. Yeah. But the recording makes it fun too though.
Yeah. And see, what else is cool is like, you know, as long as YouTube like stays up, you know, I don't think they're going anywhere, but like, you know, 20 years down the road, we'll be able to go like, watch, like, dude, you remember that Cherokee we built? We were like young and like weren't all like gray. Yeah. Well, we're pretty much kind of going gray now.
Still a fox.
Yeah. Dude, we're going to look like Santa Claus in like 10 years, both of us.
Jeeps do it.
Yeah. Dude, those late nights and that, like, those welding fumes.
Yeah.
They're getting to us, man. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Burnt carpet, you know, bro. Catching carpet on fire.
You were like, where's the water bottle? Or somebody was, because I had a fire extinguisher and a water bottle, and I lost them both.
I'm going to try to blow it out. My Jeep's on fire.
Your Jeep is literally on fire, and I've got the camera, and I'm like looking for like a water bottle.
Everybody still, the camera don't move. Still looking for it. Maybe he'll get it.
Yeah, like dude. I don't know, man.
Well, it all started because I know I was aggravating you, calling you, and like trying to get your advice on it because I didn't want to mess up getting the wrong thing again. I messed up on that first Jeep, but I wanted Cad Fab, but there was no good videos on building the Cad Fab kit.
That's right, there weren't. They were all terrible.
They were very terrible. And I said, man, it's all junk up there, like nothing. There ain't nothing Cad Fab I got had a good video. And near about everything on my Jeep is Cad Fab, Rusties and stuff like that. But the Cad Fab wasn't no good video, so he was like, we'll make a video. So
We'll be, dude. Have you seen how many views one of those videos have?
I ain't even seen it yet.
You hadn't watched the video?
I watched the videos,
Oh,
but
my
I ain't
God.
see the views.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look, my haircut, man. My barbershop was playing it, you know, in there. So
What, while you were getting your haircut?
Yeah.
They were playing it?
yeah, Kingston Barbershop. See Nolan, he'll get you right. Though.
Yeah.
Nolan get you right. Corey and Nolan, they'll get you right now. And they play good YouTube videos in there. Yeah, I walk in there. I was like, man, he said, I'm gonna play it. I got this playing. It's good. Everybody in the barbershop's not even worried about no haircuts no more. They're like worried about us setting the Jeeps on fire.
That one right there. 20,000.
Jesus Christ.
20,000. Oh, Jesus.
20,000.
20,000.
Oh yeah. Them black wheels on my Jeep. When I got them ordered. I thought they were real B-locks until they come in. Until they come
Those
in.
are the only things that you didn't ask me about.
Yeah.
Like, you were like, what about this? I was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What about this? Yeah, that's good. And you never
Yeah.
asked me about the wheels.
I was,
So
trying, I was trying to go with the cheapest steel B-lock wheel I could get. I got the cheapest fake B-locks I could get.
I mean, they don't look bad. It's
But
just,
they'll make somebody a really good wheel here soon.
yeah.
Because them 35s and 15s is about to go.
We got an empty shop now, so
Yeah.
we're going to have to pull something in here. I think we're going to get the J10 back in here next.
Yeah.
Hopefully go ahead and drop that LS in it.
We can work on the J10, the K10. It'd probably be better, be honest with you, it'd probably be better to put the K10 over here than over there because it's kind of tight and you lift.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can use my jacks and jack the, you know, because we don't need to jack it up much. I'd break all the bolts loose while it's on the ground, you know.
Well, the suspension we could do
Yeah.
on the lift. So before we get out of here tonight, I want to talk about probably the first real interaction that me and you had.
Yeah.
Some of y'all may know that I got in a wreck with my Jeep Comanche. That was back in what, 2021 or
It had to be
something?
about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but somebody was texting and driving, or I think they were just crazed, but
Yeah.
they crossed the center line and was about to hit me head on, and I turned as much as I could, and they hit the rear of the Comanche, spun me into oncoming traffic, and then he totaled out 2 other vehicles behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And
One of them vehicles was a guy named, we called him Bubba.
Uh-huh.
You know, one of our friends, you know, he was happy. He just got a brand new, like, Ford Ranger.
it was a Canyon.
Canyon. It was
A
Canyon. Yeah,
Canyon, brand new.
It was
Hadn't even-
orange. Was it orange?
Yeah, hadn't even changed the
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah,
hadn't
he
even had the
just got
first
it.
oil change.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he slammed into it and
Yeah.
like destroyed
Yeah.
it.
It hit 1, 2, 3. Then my service truck was the last one it did.
Yep.
It
So
did.
so he was actually what, 3 cars behind me?
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Maybe 4. Because didn't he hit 3? Oh, you were.
I was he hit me,
Yeah, I was 3 cars.
then
behind
this
you.
truck, and then another truck
Yeah.
behind that.
Yep.
And then you were right there.
Yep.
So I had my seatbelt on, and luckily the guy, so, you know, whenever it spun me into oncoming traffic, you know, I was like, oh God. And I heard like a bunch of stuff, and like I heard a wheel hop, and I heard leaf springs hitting the ground, and like
Yeah.
I heard my tires like locked up.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was on 37, so it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but luckily the truck saw what was going on, and he
Yeah.
went ahead and slammed on brakes,
Yeah.
so I didn't get
Yeah.
like T-boned after that. And I remember I got out and I looked, and my rear tire was up under
Remember that.
my rear bumper, so I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And so I looked behind me, and it was like a car going through a cornfield.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like,
Boom, 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 boom.
he just
Yeah.
destroyed everything like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And so I ran up and I checked on the guy that was behind me, and he was still in his vehicle. I was like,
Yeah.
are you good? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And, you know, I'm like shaking, you know, I'm like freaking out. And I was like, can you get out? And he was like, yeah, I can get out. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right. So I went and ran to the guy that hit me, because he
Yeah.
was sideways in the road
Yeah.
where he had hit another car.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, are you all right? And he was like scrambling.
Yeah.
Like,
Trying to unhook the battery or something.
yeah, he had already popped his hood, and he was like trying to disconnect his battery, and he was doing a bunch of weird stuff. And he was like, dude, I was like, are you all right? And he was like, you got to help me. My truck's leaking. And I was like, are you good?
Yeah.
And he was like, he was like, my truck is leaking everywhere. And I just got tunnel vision, man.
Yeah.
And like, because I was.
Yeah, you're getting ill. You got ill.
And everything was just blacking out around me. And I felt like a rage come into me. I don't think I've ever experienced before. Yeah. And I just remember just mouthing off to him. And I don't think I said a lot of Sunday school words.
Nah.
And I just remember a hand coming up behind me and somebody putting their hand on my shoulder and was like, "Come on, bud, let's go check on that Comanche."
That was me.
And it was Patrick.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you kept me out of handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like, the Buster kept me out of handcuffs.
The Buster brought me back.
The Buster brought me back.
Right there in front of Ma's Hot Dog House, we were sitting at the it was stoplight then, and you went right by me and Chris, the boy. We're into the Comanches and stuff like that. You rode by, and I was like, he's like, "Look at that!" I said, "Yeah, that's Briley right there." I said, "We're trying to get up behind you so we can look at it better." Next thing I know, we're going right there. Boom, boom, boom. He's like, "Oh God!" I hit the brakes and kind of turned off a little bit. He smoked all them cars, and I remember that.
I just got the exhaust done, and I just got the an oil change because I was taking it to Uwari the next day.
Yep.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
Like I was losing it, man. He was not checking on anybody else.
No, he kept saying it's gonna catch on fire. I need to do something, unplug the battery so it don't catch on fire. Or something. He was, I don't know.
I just remember being like,
strange. He was strange.
I was like, how about you not worry about that?
Yeah,
truck.
I remember you're ill.
And you worry about the people that you just ran into.
We went back to your Comanche, and I got some tools out of your thing, and me and Chris took your drive shaft out.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because they were like, because the trooper had pulled up, and he was like, "What record company?" I was like, this truck ain't going to no record.
Yeah, and I thought I was going to I'll follow you home. I think your dad had just got there too.
Yeah.
And I was going to follow you home in case something happened. I told you to strap it up.
I know.
I told you to strap it up.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring that part up.
Yeah.
I was mad, and I refused a wrecking company because I was scared they're going to take it to like a junkyard and I'd never see it again. Yeah. And I was like, no, I will go down with this ship. Like, I was like, nobody is touching this truck. Yeah, and I'm not proud of how I acted that day.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it worked out for me.
It worked out.
Barnes came through and like sponsored the rebuild, and that was like super cool because what was weird is, I was going to Uwari the next day, and I happened to run into one of the guys that actually worked at Barnes. They were doing like the 36 hours or 24 hours of Uwari or something, and he had a Comanche, and I was telling him, I was like, I got a Comanche. I just got it, totaled yesterday.
Right.
And so he, it was Connor that works at Barnes, and so he got it hooked up. So shout out to Connor and Barnes 4-wheel drive for the rebuild of the Comanche. But now it's like 4-linked and like stretched and.
Anytime you want to throw that 4-link in the junk pile, I'm in the junk pile all the time getting stuff out.
But all right, but you got anything else, man?
No, that's it. I just thank you for everything, for helping me out and showing me the ways.
Right on. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching this episode of the Off-Road Obits. If you don't mind, hit that like button and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the content on the 6 Feet Under Fab page. And I appreciate Patrick for coming out tonight and enjoying our chili water. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next time.
He's about to put me to work now.
Yeah, let's get to work. See, it weren't bad.
No, that's pretty good.